Hi everyone, welcome to this coffee cup reading. This is going to be pick a pile. So I was getting two messages. One would be general messages and it's also going to be for the month of May. So these are the two piles. This is going to be pile number 1 and pile number 2. You can also choose with these crystals. So pile 1 is going to be this selenite and pile 2 will be this clear quartz. So you can choose to listen to both the piles and take whatever messages resonate with you, or you could also choose to listen to either pile. So I'll be back with pile number 1, which is the selenite crystal. So I was also guided to pre-take some of your cards before I start with the reading. So I'm starting for pile 1. And now I'm shuffling for pile number 2. Okay, so these are going to be your cards and I'll be back with pile number 1. Welcome pile number 1. This is for those of you who chose the selenite. I'm just going to place it here. So general messages and for the month of May. Number 1, someone is leaving your life. I'm seeing a pair of shoes or a boot. Okay, and it's showing me that it's walking away. Walking away, or this is someone that has already left. This person had a significant impact in your life. And what I was hearing was that you may still think about this person and it may go on for the next 6 to 8 months, but after that, it's like it will get cleared from your system. So if this was a breakup or a relationship or marriage or something like that, it's basically telling me that it's going to take 6 to 8 months for you to maybe get over this person, or to completely get them out of your life. Maybe you're still constantly thinking of this person, or if this is someone else, a friendship or someone else, it's like this person is sort of hovering or constantly on your mind. Okay, they take up like a significant part of your life. For some, you may be still living with this person. You may still be figuring out what to do. I'm seeing a big shell It's like the conch shell, conch. In Hindus, it's quite it's respected. It's also used, I think, usually, they blow these conch shells, and something to do with war, when there's an announcement, there's a victory, something along those lines as well. I'm seeing a face here with two eyes and a nose, but there's no smile. It's more like this person is frowning, or I see someone being very tight-lipped. And for somebody, I also see there may have been a conversation or a discussion which has sort of wiped the smile off their face. So this could be a disappointing conversation, or something you said to someone that kind of shocked them or made them feel disappointed. I'm also seeing tears, okay? So this could have been a very painful conversation or discussion. I don't know if you can see this here, but it's like the Shiva's Trishul, the trident, okay? So Lord Shiva is coming through very strongly. Lord Shiva is also known as the destroyer. Like we have Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. So the creator, the maintainer, the destroyer. So something about the number 3 could be very significant. I'm also hearing a message that life thrives in chaos. So don't be afraid of destruction. In order for something new to begin, something has to be destroyed. And I mean this metaphorically. But I'm also getting the image, to give you an example, of a building. Supposing you want to build something new on a particular land, you need to destroy the old building. You need to destroy the very foundation of something to build something new again. And now I'm getting the visual of like an old leaf or a flower that has died. We sort of pluck out the old leaves so that new leaves can start to grow. It's also telling me about the cycle of life and death, rebirth, regeneration. I'm hearing March for some has been a lot of painful endings. Okay, and that energy seems to have seeped into April. So in May, I'm hearing a lot of energy of renewal. If you've been feeling very low, depressed, stuck, stagnant, okay, in the month of May or the coming few days, you will start to feel more revitalized. I'm hearing stuck projects will start to move. If there's some pending paperwork, maybe that will get approved. I'm just getting things are stuck in the pipeline, and there will start to be movement from the second week of May. My voice is a little low today. I'm a little under the weather. I'm seeing here a horse. I'm getting the energy of the Knight of Wands right here. So I feel like things will start to pick up pace. It's going to start to gain a lot of momentum. There's a lot of fiery, creative energy. For some, it could be like passion being renewed. Not just at work, not just in your personal life, but I'm also getting romantically, okay? There could be, intimacy or sparks of, I'm getting like a relationship that all my words are getting stuck today. A relationship that has probably seemed very dead, Okay, so romantically there may be like a new spark again. Intimacy is very strong. And if you're single, maybe you might meet someone. It may be casual, it may not be a long-term relationship, but there's definitely something to do with romance. This person on the top has come a long way. I'm also seeing a bull here. And these are like the horns. You've overcome some really big hurdles, is what I'm getting. And I'm also getting financially. If you've had money stuck somewhere, there could be some good news about, getting repaid. I'm also hearing something to do with loans. If you had to repay loans, or if somebody owed you money, something to do with money is coming in. I'm seeing like a group of 4 people, and it's like this one bull is enough to deal with them, and he's been successful in pushing them over. So I again see a lot of victory. I see you having emerged from a lot of troublesome times. The letter H. I don't know the name of this animal, but it's got like a really long snout. This is like the neck, and these are like the hands. I mean the front, and this is like the hind legs. So maybe you have felt very stretched out. I'm hearing you've been walking on a really thin line. And this could be in regards to a person as well. Like you've kind of tiptoed your way around a particular person. This animal entity, because the face is sort of like a human, but it's like half monster, half human. I'm also hearing centaur. Something to do with Harry Potter. I don't remember much, but it's like it's a horse and a half human, but it's still got like a face which is more monstrous. It also has this horn on top. It's singular, like what the unicorn has. And I'm being asked to tell you that every entity has a good and a bad side. And the good and bad is nothing but the same energy. It's eventually the same energy. But how you use your energy, how you come across, the choices that you make, okay, that's what influences everything. Let me put it again. It's like dark and light. It's just 2 sides of the same coin. It all exists within that same field. So something about discrimination, or something about the way you view people, you need to realize that heaven and hell, angels and demons, everything is just the same energy but in different forms. And what you see outside is also because you have that as well. It's like the same energy that you use to become angry, you can use that same energy to be happy. So nothing is innately good or bad. Everything is just energy. how you recognize something, how you perceive something, that is based on also how you are, because that's what we are attracting as well in a broader sense. Okay, I'm getting the letter C, the letter A, I'm seeing like 2-3 commas, like a comma, right? And that's telling me to tell you to learn to take pauses. Okay, somebody here, I see you being very, well, the message is being very hyperactive, and they're asking you to, from time to time, take a little pause, take a little breath. Okay, reflect on your actions, maybe every night. I don't know if any of you do gratitude journaling or any type of journaling. Use that little time every day to just pause and reflect on your day. Okay, how did the day go? Did any triggers come up? How did you deal with them? How did you respond to them? And then the next day, and then the next day. So you will start to see a pattern about yourself. And I'm also getting something to do with that pattern, that you journaling it down every day will also give you a deeper insight as to how you're evolving, how you're changing. Not to make you feel better or worse, but it's just for you to recognize. Sometimes it's these really small things that kind of highlight so much about ourselves, our personality, that we don't even realize. This is also giving me a picture of a beautiful swan. Okay, someone who's very graceful, patient, elegant. I'm hearing water under the bridge, unicorn. The letter T. I'm also seeing a pair of the golf stick. Maybe somebody plays golf here. A lot of animals here. So I'm seeing like a shark. I'm seeing like this long, it's like a cheetah, and it's talking to these other two baby cheetahs or something. This looks like someone just imparting wisdom to their child or someone. It could be like co-workers. A lot of discussions. I'm also seeing a kangaroo. I'm hearing something about being multifaceted. Like you have a lot of different aspects to your personality. I'm also seeing Snoopy, that cartoon character, the dog. This one looks like a big mongoose. Okay. So this is pile 1. Let's see. Wow, you have the Lovers. Okay, so like I said, romance is in the air. Okay, so a lot of intimacy, companionship, friendship, rekindling of romance if your relationship has been kind of dead, so to speak. So great card. So you have the Vulture, depression, anxiety and worry that someone is against you. You have the Axe with forces working against you. Flute, disappointments in a friend or a lover. Maybe this was the initial one, the breakup or a separation. Horse with a short journey. So somebody may be traveling. Okay, it says short journey, so maybe it's just like an overnight trip. It could be something over the weekend. Dog, close up. Pleasure with a close friend. Bag, something important like a new job or a raise. Then we have quill, get back to the basics. And lastly, we have broom with new home and new attitude. These are nice. I think we saw these in the reading. There were a lot of animals and birds. Okay, that was your reading, group number 1. I hope this helped, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, take care. Welcome, group number 2. This is for those of you who chose this cup and the clear quartz. So this is going to be general messages and also for the month of May. This is quite clear. Okay, so there's a lot of clarity coming in for you this month. A lot of things just being washed away, taken care of. I just heard a lot of purging. I'm hearing saltwater baths. I'm hearing a lot of cleansing is happening. Literally and also at a spiritual level. A lot of you may have felt the need to declutter as well. Okay. I'm also getting cleansing your space. I also heard somebody may be shifting to a new office or a new office space. Okay. Maybe you've taken, like, if you're into healing, a healing center. Or maybe you've just changed your building, like maybe you've moved to a new apartment or a new office space basically. I'm just hearing like things are settling, and you're going to feel a lot better and lighter. I just heard like the dust is settled. So much clarity, just moving on to happier, better, more peaceful times. I'm hearing Pisces, Aquarius and Taurus. These could be your signs, doesn't have to be. I'm just hearing the fog is clearing. Seeing someone with a pair of binoculars. I feel like this particular pile, spiritually, on a spiritual level, you've done the work, you've done the healing. Like you're somebody that actually looks within. And I see someone who's very much into detail and precision, okay, in whatever that you do. You're a very detailed person. You may be very accurate. If you do readings, you may be a very accurate reader, okay. It's like you know exactly how to pinpoint an issue. I'm also seeing scans, so if you are, say, a medical practitioner, maybe you read scans or x-rays and things like that. It's like you have a very sharp eye, okay, and also something to do with vision, like you see well, but you're also able to see beyond just the obvious. There's a big number 4. So you may be born on the 4th of a month, or you may be a life path number 4. I'm also getting the letters J, T and L. There's this huge bird that's just flying. This pile is just like soaring. I'm seeing a lot of water spots. Maybe you're into snorkeling or diving, or something to do with water is very significant. I heard maakali. Something to do with Buddha or Buddhism. I heard something like the eternal flower. I'm also seeing like a lot of gold, like shimmering liquid gold. I'm also getting like you're rising in consciousness and at a wonderful speed. But I also see like you're not someone who's greedy. It's like you're more interested in doing the right thing and following the right path. And that's why you're also rising and in such a beautiful way. Don't have much for this pile, so I'm going to take your cards. Let's start with the tarot. You have the Hierophant. So you have the Hierophant, which is lovely because the Hierophant is, you could be a mentor, you could be a counselor. It could be a priest, it could be someone who's very, very knowledgeable and you're imparting wisdom to people. And I see you being the teacher and the student. Because, for somebody who's so wise, like a wise counselor, you also realize that life is continuous study as well. So you're constantly working on yourself and you keep evolving. You're somebody that understands the true meaning of life and you keep delving further. You could be somebody that's pursuing higher studies as well. You may be somebody that teaches spirituality or different types of modalities. You could be a wonderful healer. I'm also hearing yoga teacher. Of course, here breathwork is very significant. You're somebody who's very patient. You're somebody that understands the mind, like the psychology of the mind, but you're also somebody that goes beyond science as well. I also get that, with the number 5, because the number 5 also talks of challenges, obstacles, and hurdles and changes. Because of whatever you do, the inner work, you're able to move through tough times in a more stable manner. Okay, you may not be somebody that gets very rattled. You may from time to time, but you know how to hold your own, hold your ground, and you've learned a lot of stability is what I get. I'm being shown the image here where if there's an earthquake, this person knows how to just keep themselves. Patience is a virtue. And I see a lot of alignment. And you have a lovely balance between the material world and the spiritual world. And I think that's what you also impart to people. If you don't literally teach people, you definitely work in a field or you're definitely a person that inspires people to be like you. So we have the Elephant. A long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. A lovely card to get with the Hierophant. Months of the year, we have December. We have Horseshoe with good luck. The Eagle with triumph over troubles and obstacles, right? We have tankard with celebration, fun and enjoyment. Arrow, you're on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. And the lion, with time to act. Like I said, your cup was so clear. It's like everything has, been cleared out for you, paved for you, because you've done the work. And you're like reaping the rewards for it. And I don't mean just work-wise, but this is more emphasis on the person that you are. Okay, and that's why the energy of this reading is also even more beautiful and more amplified. This was a really beautiful reading, pile number 2. I really enjoyed doing something like this. It was so different. Really, really wonderful. Well, this has been, much shorter compared to the other one, but yeah. Alright, group 2, that was your reading. I hoped it helped, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, take care.